a very sad day to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States. Right now, the president is impeached.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi just moments ago reacting to an historic night in our nation. President Donald J. Trump is now the third president in U.S. history to be impeached. Hello, everyone. I'm Yuki Washington.
And I'm Jessica Gartalia. The votes were mostly on party lines. Here's how they shook out. 3 Democrats did deflect and voted no, but not a single Republican broke from the ranks.
Eyewitness News reporter Alexandria Hoff joins us now in our satellite center to break down tonight's historic vote. Alex?
Well, Yuki, Jessica, the charges that passed that the president abused the power of his office by enlisting a foreign government to investigate a political rival and that he obstructed the investigation that followed. Now, this does not mean that the president will be removed from office. That decision will lie in the Republican-controlled Senate.
Article 1 is adopted.
With the strike of the gavel by Speaker Pelosi and a look to hush cheers from fellow Democrats, President Trump was officially impeached under Article 1, abuse of power, earning 230 votes in favor, 197 opposed. Minutes later on Article 2, obstruction of Congress.
Article 2 is adopted.
As these historic votes took place and impeachment solidified, President Trump was speaking at a rally in Battle Creek, Michigan, unfazed.
It doesn't really feel like we're being impeached. The country is doing better than ever before. We did nothing wrong.
Immediately prior to the votes that have now impeached President Trump was a full day of debates in the House between Democrats and Republicans.
Our task here is not to judge the president himself. Instead, we must judge his conduct.
This isn't about some crime that was committed. It's about fear that he might win re-election.
As the Constitution outlines, an impeached president can still serve. Next, the Republican-controlled Senate will hold a trial. 20 Republican senators would have to side with Democrats to either convict or remove President Trump from office. No Republicans are expected to cross party lines. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said it is unclear when the articles of impeachment will be sent to the Senate when speaking after the votes.
I could not be prouder or more inspired than by the moral courage of the House Democrats.
House Republicans decided not to provide additional comment tonight. Now, 2 Democrats did vote against Article 1 and 3 against Article 2. In both cases, that included New Jersey Congressman Jeff Van Drew. Van Drew is expected to switch parties, and today he sat alongside Republicans. Jessica?
Alex, thanks. We're getting reaction from local lawmakers on CBSPhilly.com. Watch our expanded coverage on Eyewitness News at 11.